did it.
Yeah, we felt it was long, and then but not too long. We liked all the parts, and it was just more sort of transitions that we worked on.
It's more concise now,
exactly.
I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, was there any song? Are these songs like all like literally brand new, or were any of the songs that kind of Justin had thought about before, but kind of reworked a little bit and kind of brought to the table?
Well, Mike had, like, once we started writing together as this group,
Right.
Those were, some of them started with Mike's riffs that he already had, kind of, but we were able to sort of like get in there and all put our voices in and come up with our own parts and sort of bring it, put it all together. 5 of us.
It's been about 4 months. We've been like playing together, writing a little bit. For the first little bit, it was kind of like the end of November, early December.
Yes.
Where we just we were learning the EP, like
Right.
Ryan and I were just learning it, just trying to see if we
Flying
can
out,
play
yeah.
with these guys, right, and see how it's going to work out. Because they wanted to start gigging, but then I think it was like really early January. It was when the first time we started writing. We've got about 4 songs in that 4-month period already.
Yeah.
And it's just been
It's
kind of easy.
By the time we played our debut show, January,
Yeah, a couple extras.
we had a couple extra songs written already. So because we had to fill out a set, we needed
Right.
more than the 5 songs. Plus, Rock Show was another one we learned, and that was the first with the Fox song. So we needed to sort of flesh out someone long enough set to play around.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Mike?
Did you say your first live show was in January?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For this band, yes.
That's awesome. That's proper cool. Oh, nice. Is that, have you got a tour lined up or gigs lined up for the rest of the year, or are you just kind of taking it month by month? What's your live plan?
Well, we have a few shows in May. Not quite announced yet, but they are happening. And then beyond that,
In the works. Yeah.
yeah, we're trying to line up things, I guess, maybe for this summer, and probably looking at really a big push in the fall once the school, Western and Fanshawe, they
Right.
start, students come back.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be our focus. But we also want to try to start getting out of town. Not a tour quite yet, but I think we could be on our way to doing maybe a weekend thing, or perhaps maybe a week thing
Right.
in the fall.
I would love to just take a week off and just play every night.
Yeah, I'd love to do that as well.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. We just made it. This is
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah.
We just make a decision now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get
All-
something big.
All in favor?
We're trying to get
Yeah,
something pretty big in the works for the summer, though. We're trying to get something like a really nice, good show in July or August with
I think I said July,
a
yeah.
couple good friends bands in town. We're gonna try and make something work, and I think it's gonna have quite a bit of draw if we can get it together.
I think I'll have a lot of draw, actually.
Yeah, I can't say anything quite yet, but hopefully.
We'll keep it hush hush until it comes out. So next up, we're gonna get to another song off the EP called "Anywhere with You." Dig this with a Fox.
In a little while, I'll be home.
one that's with the Fox and that was War with You. I mean, you guys, that was a sort of, what a fantastic song, especially live. I mean, Anywhere with You, I just like, that's the first actually song you sent me, Jagger, to play on air. Now, this one in particular, since I mean the very catchy vocals, the whole deal. Like, what was the idea behind this one?
This song came together where Mike had the verse riff and chorus riff, and we really just kind of put it together a week before we went into the studio when we actually started jamming with Jay, the drummer who played on the EP, and then I kind of came up with the verse, the intro riff and outro riff, and on the bass, and then Mike kind of accompanied that. And when we got into the studio, it was not completely arranged, and then we were able to just sort of put it together like that. And then Justin came in with the great vocals to actually make that song interesting. So,
now, was it his idea for the harmonies at the end as well? Because I mean, that's what really kind of brings the song home. I mean, those last like 30 seconds, minute to 30 seconds. I mean, that's what kind of drives the song home.
Yeah, he came up with that. I think he probably came up with that in the studio because that song wasn't completely fleshed out by the when we got in there. But we knew we wanted to do it, and that song that was nicknamed the Band of Horses song. in the vein of that band, in a sense. So, but it was more of I laid down my parts. And then I remember coming in later to hear like what was been going on, and I heard Justin's vocals on that. I'm like, wow, like it's crazy. Because
not necessarily the Rummer show, but the Old Beats Bar and Grill. When I saw you guys played that song there, that is probably one of the best live versions I've heard you guys do. Because that honestly, I was with my buddy Adam, and it was just for some reason for that specific show, I guess because it's such a smaller bar. Mm-hmm. A little bit more intimate, right? Because you're closer to the crowd, the whole deal. Right. It just seemed that much more powerful, and you guys just seemed like really, really into it. You really kind of like draw that song home and like really delivered. Like it's like delivering a punchline to an awesome joke, right? You guys just did a fantastic job with going home, and you can see, at least in my eyes, that the whole crowd was kind of feeling the energy of the show.
Ooh, thank God, because that's actually one of the hardest songs to perform.
Really?
Together,
yeah.
Play together, make it feel right. It's actually a lot harder.
At Oldies Bar Guild, that was probably the best song you guys did live the whole night. I mean, that was the one that really drew people in, and you guys just gave it your all, at least from my eyes, in my opinion. And like, to everybody, and when I looked around, you could see everybody kind of nodding their heads, bouncing their heads, whatever, getting into that song.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I sort of remember that too, and because we do struggle with that song. However, I remember that night thinking back on that song and think like, wow, it went well, and I thought it was received well as too. So we're definitely gonna keep hammering it out, and I think it is a good song to really throw in there and get people thinking, especially because it was the first single from the EP too. So yeah.
Mike, you had a question, buddy?
Yeah, well, my question actually, when I first heard that track, my question to you on the show was, are they from the UK? And you went, no. And I said, oh, bollocks, can we get them to come to the UK? Because I really want to see that track live. And then the more I've heard, the more I'm like, yeah. So my question is, when are you coming to play the pub?
Oh, second we get some plane tickets, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, you know what?
Yeah.
It would be great.
Not from me, but we can.
You know what? They'll even go on United if they have to.
Oh,
yeah.
Too soon?
Yeah, right.
There are a lot of bands that do make their way out to Europe, and it's not an impossible task anymore. And in fact, I think a lot of bands are able to actually make money.
It's a little better out there, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think,
but
some senses.
We're well, me anyway. I'm a little older, so I don't I don't know exactly what kind of timeline I would have to able to do that, but I'd love to. We'd love to, of course. I'm sure the entire band would. Of course.
It's almost like saying, I'm not going to be around much longer, so I got about maybe a couple of years, like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, that's quite morbid,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as the older we get, the feasibility it becomes a little bit more important than it was when you were younger, I suppose.
Well,
right?
Life happens. I mean, everybody's got to understand that.
But, man, if we could ever get something hooked up, we would be there in a heartbeat.
If you come and do it, you can play with us, and then we'll come to Canada and stay at Baines's and we'll play with you.
Sure.
You'll have to cover my ticket too. You'll have to cover my ticket too, though, right? So.
Yeah.
Tour manager. There we
Yeah,
go.
right.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get on the phone to I don't know, Guinness or some company with money
Right.
that
Ooh,
can sponsor
Yeah,
the
me
whole
and
thing.
Guinness.
yeah.
it's not a bad idea.
So we're gonna get to one more song off the EP from Song from the Den, and then we're gonna get into some new songs. If you guys want to stick around and review us with us, that'd be great. If not, it'll be either way, it's good. So we're gonna get to the last song of the night from With a Fox. This one's called "Free Me." Dig this.